Hey, family, TACC man, how's your spirit? Talk to me. Tell me something good. I got a different joint for the day, of course. The reason why I named it God, because I was coming back in the Accessoride and I was with a sister, a lady, and she said something that like shook me, and it really threw me back for a second, right? And I was like, man, she really don't realize how great God is, you know, because here you saying you want to end your life because you have multiple sclerosis. That I mean, like I told, I said, man, that's when the real punishment starts if you do that. You know, oh hey, how the brother? Yeah, you know. So I was like, no, sis. Do you realize that you'll never get to see God again if you did something like that? I mean, it's just pure punishment after that, And I explained to her like, yo, you're one out of maybe 5 billion sperm cells that made it. You have a purpose. Just because God give you something doesn't mean He doesn't love you. And if you read the books, the ones that God loved the most, He puts through the most because He know you can handle it. You see, and you just got to weather the storm. He does everything but make mistakes. So I'm dedicating this show to this lady, man. So hopefully she won't do nothing, you know, uh, to hurt herself or whatever, and may she understand that she has a purpose. She just have to find her purpose. You're not here by accident. Today, a woman with MS looked into the abyss and whispered that she wanted out. And in that moment, you didn't hand her a religious cliche. You handed her a born of lie, a warning born of love. That's when the punishment starts. But let's be clear, God is not a tyrant waiting to strike. The punisher is simply this walking away from the only source of life, hope, and healing. When pain screams loudest, the enemy wants her isolated and silent, but God wants her heard. This is not a lecture about religion. This is a lifeline. Today we're answers today we're answering the raw, real question, 50 of them, to prove that God isn't an option. He is the oxygen for the soul that's drowning. And it's a reason why uh God had me in that car with her because my car was supposed to come at 5 o'clock. I didn't get a call to about 5:35, 5:40. So it was a reason. This is how God works. You know, he knew I had to be there for her at that time. And the funny part about it, right? I went to see my primary care doctor today after I had already went to my therapy, and I was supposed to do a televisit, but it was good, because I got my other medicines that they had for me at the pharmacy right around the corner. And excuse me, I wind up helping the sister, hopefully, inshallah. Number one, why does God let us suffer like this lady with MS? Answer: He doesn't delight in pain. Lamentation 3:33. But he allows it to remind us this world is broken and we are made for a place with no tears. Revelation 21:4. And she was a Christian, so this is why I'm using Bible, to let her know, you have to trust in your book. Whatever your book says, if you believe in your book, you have to go by it. Number two, she says she wanted to end her life. Why is that the worst thing? Answer, because suicide doesn't stop the pain. It transfers it to the others and locks you out of the very comfort you need most. God is the only one who can heal what hurts, but you have to be alive to receive it. And I hope she's listening to the program. She said she was. I hope she does, and I hope she chimes in. You know, um, this is something that my platform is about. TACC, through adversity come change, helping everybody accept, achieve, and appreciate love. And mental health is $168 billion a year business. And I guess this is my lane, because this is what my books do. It helps you to mentally heal, helps you to spiritually heal, and helps you to grow so that you can help others, because it's only through adversity change takes place. Number three, what punishment starts after death? Answer, not God getting angry, but the permanent separation from his love. On earth, you can still cry out and he hears you. After death, your choices are sealed. Think about that. Number four, why do we need God in our life? Answer, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Without God, we carry our own weight until we break. With him, he carries us. Matthew 11:28. Five, can I just be a good person without God? Answer, goodness is like a band aid on a broken leg. It helps, but it doesn't fix the root. Our need for unconditional love that never fails. That's God's love. Six, why does God feel so silent when I'm suffering? Answer, silence is not absence. It's training your ears to hear him in whispers, not just shouts. 1 King 19:12. He's nearer than your next breath. And in the Quran, it tells you God is closer than your jugular vein. Seven, if God loves her, why did he give her MS? Answer, he didn't give her it. Disease is a thief, John 10:10. But he will use it to slow her down so she can hear his voice, to show others her strength, and to prove that joy exists even in a wheelchair. Eight, what does God think when she cries in pain? Answer, he collects every tear in a bottle. Psalm 56:8. He doesn't look away. He weeps with her. John 11:35. Nine, why should she keep going another day? Answer, because her story isn't over. The chapter she's in is dark, but the author writes redemption arcs. Tomorrow might be the breakthrough. You never know. God can do anything. And we always shortchange him, limit him, when it's certain things. But he's everything when it's other things. He's everything at all times. And he can do anything at all times. 10. Does God understand physical agony? Answer, yes. He wore flesh, was beaten, nailed to wood, and suffocated. He knows pain from the inside out. Now that's her way of life. Like I said, I'm Muslim. I believe something different, but I'm giving her her way so that she can understand that she has to stay in the fight. 11. What if she has no family or support? Answer. Then God says, I am the father to the fatherless. Psalm 68:5. He adopts the lonely. 12. Why pray if God already knows what I need? Answer. Prayer isn't to inform God, it's to connect you to God. It reminds you that you are not alone in the dark. 13. What if she's too tired to pray? Answer. Then just whisper his name, Jesus. That's enough. The Spirit translates your groans. Romans 8:26. Like I tell you, this is for the sister who believes this way. And you see, I'm a person that I believe in all ways because I think that if God made us as difficult as he made us, it's going to be more than one way to get to him, because we are mixed up people. 14. Does God get mad at her for wanting to die? No. He gets compassionate. Elijah wanted to die too. 1 King 19:4. And God sent him food, rest, and a quiet voice. And I guess I was that quiet voice today for her, because the sister cried. And I really felt her pain, you know. I really felt her pain. What's up, Johnny?
Oh man, I had a rough day today.
What happened?
Oh, I've been out since 6:30.
Shit,
You know what?
I've been out since 11. I went to therapy, then I came back, then I went downtown Brooklyn to my doctor, and then I wasn't even supposed to go down there. I was supposed to do a tele joint, and I didn't know, but I went down. Then I wound up getting my medicine from the pharmacy around there. I got to wait till Monday to get my oxys, but I got to go back to see my pain doctor
Oh,
before I
yo,
get that.
I've been out since 6:30, chasing that, doing what I do.
Yeah.
And Mo been calling me.
Hmm.
Larry Mo been calling me, and I'm like, yo, Mo, I'm gonna send you your $10. I'm gonna send it to him.
For real? He
I
still
said, yo,
he
he's
fucked up.
better,
Let's
but
send a nigga $100, man.
no, 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 no.
I'm saying if he fucked up like that,
No, he's not. He's not fucked up like that because somebody's hitting Mo with what used to mess with. They hitting him off with a two
I,
hundred.
I, I,
Yeah, so somebody's hitting. I'm like, yo, come on, Mo, come on, Mo. And I be hearing, I be like, come on, Mo. I told him, I said it's gonna cost me $4 to send it. So I broke it down. And I said it's gonna cost me $4 to send it. I gotta go to Western Union to send it. He
$10.
like, yeah. Yeah, so I said,
Man,
yo,
Johnny, man, cash after nigga $20, man, to get it over with.
no, I don't mess with Cash App.
What you
I don't mess
do?
with, I don't mess. I go to Western Union because Cash App, the FBI got all that locked
Oh
all up.
man, I ain't doing shit wrong, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so I'm like, come on, Mo. And then Mo gonna call me later and say he got wash machines and dryers. So I said, Mo,
Word.
if you got wash machine and dryers, I'm gonna call you back because I'm gonna spend $2,000 for wash machine and dryer. So if she gonna give me a play, give me a play. He called me and said, I'm like, yo, Mo, I might as well go to PC
You
Richards.
shouldn't even told him that price. You should have told him 1,000.
No, he told me the price, and I'm like, Mo, I could go to PC Richards and get it cheaper. He
Mm-hmm.
like, nah, this is state of the art. He charged me 2,500.
Oh no, come on, man.
I'm like, Mo, you must be putting points on it. I'm like, yo, if I told you PC Richards got it for $2,000, why
No,
you gonna try to
you
put?
no, you go where you get a warranty and everything. You don't do that.
Yeah, I told him that. I said, yo, they give me a warranty. They plugging it up and all that.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. And you get it for less? Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, come on, Mo, come on. But yo, it is what it is with Mo. Yo, you got that picture I sent you, right?
Which yeah, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yo, dig this shit the other day, right? I mean, like I told you, I went down there
yeah,
and my call was supposed to be at 5 o'clock, but it ain't come till like 5:35, 5:40.
yeah,
So there's a lady in there already. So me and her start talking, and then she start crying, talk about man, she don't want to be, she don't want to live no more. Cause she got MS. So
yeah.
that's what I
Multiple
yeah.
sclerosis.
So like I told her, yeah, I said, you know, you here for a reason. And I had her laughing. I said, if you ain't get shit out, spit out, or swallow, you here. You 1 out of 5 billion sperm cells.
Yeah,
He started laughing, and I cheered her up, and I took her number and I gave her the website and I gave her the for these platforms.
yeah.
And hopefully she'll watch, and because I dedicated the program to her. I'm on question number 14, you know,
Okay,
and hopefully she watch, and she gets something. I'm doing 50 questions, question answers
okay.
and example of why, and then I'm using the Bible because she's Christian.
Yeah,
Some of the things that I put on here I don't believe in because I'm Muslim, but
yeah. I
I'm
know.
I'm I'm going at her in her way. And like I said, I don't judge. I believe in
Yeah.
all ways of life, as long as you're doing the right thing. That's it.
Yo, how old was she about?
She's about my age, or maybe a little older.
Okay, yeah. Yo, multiple sclerosis. You could beat that. You could beat
I
that. You could
mean,
turn it around.
she walks slow, like really, like it's hard for her to walk. She had a cane. I told her, you need the crutches. She said, no, I
Yeah,
need a walker.
yeah. She need a walker.
I got one. I'm gonna call her and give it to her
Yeah,
because I
yo,
don't need it. I don't need it.
and you know something that's all. Yo, That's doing the right thing by her. That's
Man,
doing
that's
the
that,
right thing.
that's doing what God wants us to do as human beings for one
Yeah,
another.
help each other.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like, we have to understand, like, we have to do what we have to do. That's why I don't knock nothing that nobody does because I've been there. But
Yo, we
I understand now, what my mission is, and my mission is about helping
helping
people to
people,
heal.
and
And
and you
and go ahead.
and, and you know something. Daphne brother is a reverend.
Junior is a
Yeah,
minister. And he
Junie.
he married to my cousin Didi.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Didi and them, the Dixons is my family. They my cousins. Cause
Yo,
I know how
Dwayne
you know how
Dixon.
Wayne he died.
y- y-
Sharon, Michelle, Didi.
Yo, Wayne died.
Yeah, Wayne been dead. Wayne had a heart thing back in 2000. He died in like 2000.
I ain't know Wayne died because
Yeah, when I came
yo,
home from prison, I seen him, and he had a heart thing from fucking with that cocaine.
I remember yo, Michelle. She was a cop. She was a cop or something
Nah,
like
Michelle, no, Michelle down south. No, because look, this is crazy. This is how, because I was like what, 14,
yeah,
and she's older.
yeah,
And
yeah.
remember Ophelia? That was my cousin, the big fat lady, light skinned lady that lived down in the basement. Ophelia.
No, I don't remember her.
Yeah, okay.
Which
So
which
that was
building she
that.
lived in?
She lived in 540's basement.
Okay, I might know
Yeah,
her because
yeah.
that was your building.
No, 550 was my building.
Yeah, yeah, 560, 550, and 540. That was
Yeah.
yeah, because Henry lived in your building on the first floor.
She lived in the basement with Nick. was living at. Remember, Nick was living in the basement where he's doing the woodwork, but Ophelia lived there first.
Okay.
So then she moved to 560. But they all of them was my cousins. And how I found out, me and Michelle, we was talking about you wanna be my boyfriend, you wanna be my girlfriend. And then Ophelia said, y'all cousins.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man. At
And
14.
yo, which one of the sisters, that's your cousin, had the big fat ass? I think it was BB or Dee Dee.
No, that was Dee Dee. That's the one that
He,
married. That's the one that's married to Junie, the preacher.
oh,
That's Daphne
wow.
brother. Yeah, that's the one married to Junie.
Yeah, Dee Dee,
Yeah,
Dee Dee Dixon, because she my age. But
yeah.
Michelle,
It's older.
Michelle,
L is like Al's age. My brother
yeah,
Al age.
yeah,
Like three,
Michelle,
4 years older than me.
no, Michelle was working at the precinct. She just retired because she lived down in Florida.
Hmm.
Michelle was working at the precinct on 145th Street in a train station.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because yo, one time I hopped in. Okay, it was two ways to get in that train station without the police seeing you. It was down 146th Street stairs,
Hmm.
and you open the gate, you can walk right on in. One time I was walking in, Michelle was like, Johnny. I was like, ah, man. She had a cop uniform and all that. And
Hmm.
I'm like, yo, Michelle, how you doing? She like, I'm doing good. Don't come this way because this the way the police come in. I'm like, oh, wow. That was Michelle Dixon. She
Yeah,
lived down south. She
yeah,
got three kids.
something like that. Yeah, cause I had connected with her when I think I was in the halfway house
Yeah.
shelter, and I lost contact cause I lost my phones and shit.
Yeah, Michelle Dixon.
Yeah, and
Um,
Sharon, you got Sharon
yeah, Sharon
is the
was the
one. Yeah,
bulldog like
yeah, the
one.
one to play basketball.
Yeah, she used to play basketball with me, Cecil, Lonnie, and all that.
Everybody, Jarvis, all of them.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah,
It
and
was
she used to bust
Sharon.
ass. And
Yo,
she used to bust ass.
yeah, it was Sharon, Dee Dee,
Michelle and
Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah.
And my aunt was this Dolores.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Cause they
Yeah.
lived on the second floor. Because check
And
this
then
out.
they moved to River Park Towers. Then
Yeah,
we used to go
because
up there to the parties they used to throw. That was before
yo,
all the blood of the Crip niggas.
y- thank you.
Because
Yo,
me and Dave used to be up there with them broads up there, and we was all through that joint. You know what I
yo,
mean?
when- yo, and that's where Yvette, the one Stone was messing with. Cause one day I was sitting out in the park on St. Paul's Park, right behind, right on Third Avenue, and I'm sitting there because everybody coming to see me, so I'm sitting there, and Rob like, yo, get up, walk around. I'm like, nah, I'm sitting there, because I already knocked down, um,
All right, I got you.
I already knocked down
What you need to
Paul's
do?
girl,
Hmm.
but Yvette was walking by. The one Keith Stone was messing with lived up the block. Her brother name was Bean.
Yeah,
So I'm
the light
talking
skinned
out.
kid, the light
Yeah,
skinned
the light
kid.
skinned kid. He was good in ball. He died of smoking crack.
OD. He
Yeah,
OD'd.
OD.
I think they said somebody gave him some shit with fentanyl.
Nah, this
That's
before
he died
fentanyl.
right there. He died right there on Hamilton on the
That would
fucking
be
wall.
that was before the fentanyl came out. Yeah,
Nah, he
and
just died when since I've been home.
you sure
Hmm.
it's Beanie. He was light skinned, bow legged.
Yeah, he was up there on Hamilton when I came home. I used to be up on Hamilton all the time. Remember?
Yeah, I
And he
remember
was up
that.
there. Then he wound up. They told me he died um on the wall right there where that restaurant is at. He had got high off of something. And they gave him something, and he died right there.
Oh, I ain't know that. But
Yeah, that was last
um
year.
me and um me and Yvette started talking, and she said, "Yo, Johnny, here come my address." It was River Park Towers. I
Hmm.
walked up in River Park Towers all the way in the back. You had, I think, 10, 20. 30, 40. I walked all the way in the back. That's before the blood took over that. Yo, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, this is a nice apartment. And
Mm-hmm.
I did what I did. And she had me living there for a couple of months. A couple of months living there. She had a son there and all that. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, wow, wow. And next thing you know, I lost touch of her because Rob was like, yo, I had mad bras all up in the towers. And I'm like, yo, okay, okay, Rob, okay, you know. And then I went up in Rob's step pop's house, no, Rob's stepbrother's house, and I said, where Rob at? They said he's in the back room. I went in the back room. You know what Rob was doing in the back room?
What?
Getting high.
Smoking?
Nah, he was fucking with the dog food.
Yeah, I heard that's what he died from. Just
Yeah, dog food.
uh,
I'm like, ah man, Rob. He
it
like, nah,
happens. It happens, man. I mean, yo, let me tell you something about that game, man. That game
it,
captures.
it, it,
No,
it, it,
listen.
it grabs you and won't let go.
Yeah, that game is a bad yo. The game is more addictive than the
Yo,
money and the drug. And I found that out when I did the program, the $500 program in jail. Like the drug is one thing, but the lifestyle is the addiction. And then
yo,
if you keep going to a barber shop enough time, you're gonna get a haircut.
yeah,
So
yeah, yo,
you keep selling dope, you keep selling coke, you're gonna wind up using it. It's very few people who get
yo,
in the game and don't get high.
and
Very
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
nigga
Cause I
used to
was just
get
like,
high.
huh?
You used to get high.
I never got high around Case.
No?
He just sent me to the store to get it. That's what he liked about me. He was like, yo, John, you don't get high. I'm like, nah. He was passing me cigarettes. I'm like, nah, I don't smoke that. He like, ah, man, you don't. I'm like, nah, nah,
Oh, I thought you was getting high with him.
nah. I never got high with Case.
Okay.
Yo, he was giving me, yo, it was too much money to get high. It
Okay.
was too, yo, I'm talking about, I had a pair of Levi's on. I go to the store and be like, let me get a pair of another pair of Levi's, another pair of Reebok Classics, and all that. Spend $100. I got $1,900 in my back pocket. Case would be like, yo, you still got 20,000? I'd be like, yeah. The next day, he done forgot about the 20,000. He'd be like, I gotta go to the bank. I'm like, okay, cool. What do you want me to get from Jose? He'd be like, tell Jose I'm going to the bank. Get an order ready for me. I'm like, okay, cool. Soon as we come out the bank on 149th in Cortland, we go around the corner to 3rd Avenue. He ordered about $300 worth of Whoppers and all that, and eat it all. I be sitting in the car like he be like, yo, Johnny, hold the money. I be like, yo, where can I put this money at? I done stole. That's why I used to always walk on my tippy toes, because I was putting the money in my shoe. I was like, yo, do you know how it is to walk with 20,000 in your shoe? Like, yo, I'm like,
You're like 2 inches taller, 3, 4 inches
yo,
taller.
yo, no, 5 inches. I was like, yo, it was a beautiful thing. And then, God damn, Ali, you finished? God damn. Look at my daughter eating all that food.
Who that's
Eating all that.
badness? That's
Huh?
badness? That's
No,
badness?
that's not bad.
Hmm.
I just took her shopping.
Did you get her phone?
Oh no. I gotta check
Till
my credit
Wednesday.
card. Badness is upstairs because I told Badness she gotta clean it. She gotta clean up her room. She gotta
Hmm.
she gotta put all of her dirty clothes in the dirty clothes and all that. She got dirty clothes mixed with clean clothes.
That's rough.
Yeah. I'm like, you gotta clean up your room. You gotta clean up your room before you get something from me. Here go Badness right here. You see on the stairs?
Badness, how you don't clean up? You supposed to get your phone today.
Thank
I,
you.
I did all that work for nothing. You had me do all that work for nothing. How you ain't do your part? I did my part. How you ain't do your part?
I don't know.
You're supposed to get your joint today. See, you messed up. You blew
Yep.
that.
Yep. Give me a piece of. Daddy, you didn't want to buy it from me. Yo, cause you're 16 years old. No, Daddy. No, you got paid. You could have bought it. You didn't buy it. Okay.
That room ain't clean.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay, Rich. I'm sit down and sit down. And have me some burgers.
All right, handle your business, hustler.
Okay. All right.
All right, one. Johnny, something else, boy. I tell you. But we getting back to business. Back to why we need God in our lives. 14. Does God get mad at her for wanting to die? No. He gets compassionate. Elijah wanted to die. 1 King 19:4. And God sent some food, rest, and a quiet voice. 15. Why is life so unfair? Answer. Because sin broke the world, not God. But he promised to make all things new, not in the next life only, but even now. He brings beauty from ashes, Isaiah 61:3. 16. What if she's angry at God? Answer, tell him. He can handle your rage. David cursed, wept, and yelled in the Psalms. And God called David a man after my own heart. Be honest. 17. Does God still love her when she's angry? Answer, yes. His love isn't performance based, it's covenant based. He loves you before you even love him. 1 John 4:19. 18. Why do we need God daily? Not just one Sunday. Answer, because you eat daily, breathe daily, and face battles daily. God is your daily bread. Exodus 16:4. 19. What if she feels nothing? No joy, no hope. Answer. Feelings lie, truth stands. God says, I will never leave you. Hebrews 13:5. Even when you can't feel me. And this is why I say people say they believe in their books, but they only believe in some of it. You have to believe in everything, you know, and especially the things that keep you strong. 20. How does God help with physical pain? Answer. Sometime he heals, sometime he gives strength to endure. Either way, he gives grace sufficient for the moment. 2 Corinthians 12:9. 21. What does God want from her right now? Answer. Not a smile, just her honest, broken heart. A broken spirit I will not despise. Psalm 51:17. And the reason why I got the wall is because she's at the wall right now. And like I said, I'm dedicating this Joe to her, because she needs this. And hopefully she's watching. And anyone who else is out there who feels this way. 22. Why can't she just rest in peace? Answer. Because her rest isn't ready yet. Her work on earth, even if just praying, even if just existing, is not finished. And like I tell people, you don't go nowhere till God send that angel of death for your soul. Period. So when he made you one of 5 billion or billion sperm cells that made it, you had a purpose. You just have to find your purpose. And that's why I say you have to go through your adversities in order for change to take place. And what you have to understand, your choices shape your adversities, and your adversities are your lessons to get you to your blessings. It's all how you look at it. And like I was telling her, you have to let your conscience be your guide. And what that is listening to that inner voice Like I said, sometimes you say, damn, I should have turned right. Something told me to turn right, not turn left. That's your inner voice. That's God whispering to you. Pay attention. 23. Does God use sick people? Answer. Yes, he uses a paralyzed man to carry a bed, a blind man to testify, and a dying thief to enter paradise. Sickness is not useless. 24. Why is she burdened? Why is she a burden to others? Answer. Then she's given others the gift of serving. Jesus said, it is more blessings to give than to receive, but receiving is a gift to the giver. 25. How do I help her see God? Answer. Don't preach. Presence. Show up. Sit with her. Let her kindness be the evidence of God's love. 26. Why did God allow suicidal thoughts? Answer. He doesn't send them. The enemy does. But God allows them to so you can fight back and prove his power is greater than your darkest thoughts. Check that out. 27. What weapon does she have against despair? Scripture. The word of God is living and active. Hebrew 4:12. Speak it out loud even if you don't feel it. 28. What verse should she cling to? Answer. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31:3. That love outlasts MS, pain, and death itself. 29. What if she has no strength to read? Answer. Then listen to audio Bible or worship music. Let the truth wash over you. 30. Why do we need God's hope? Answer. Because human hope runs out. God's hope is an anchor for the soul, sure and steadfast. Hebrews 6:19. 31. What happens if she chooses to live? Answer. She gives God one more day to show her a miracle. Maybe not a cure, but a moment of peace, a visit, a sunrise. 32. Does God care about her small daily struggles? Answer, yes. He numbers the hairs on her head. Matthew 10:30. Nothing is too small. 33. Why is God the answer? Not medication or therapy. Those are gifts from God. Use them. But the healer behind the medicine is the one who gives ultimate peace. The boss, the big boss. 34. What if she afraid of hell? Then run to Jesus or God or whatever you call him. Not from him. He's the door, not the bouncer. Whoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Romans 10:13. 35. How does God define a meaningful life? Answer, not by what you do, but by who you love and being loved by him. You are already meaningful. 36. Why does God want her to stay? Because every person in a reflection of her image, losing her would be like tearing a page from his story. 37. What if she's not ashamed to come back to God? The prodigal son came back dirty, broke, and ashamed. And if the father ran to him, Luke 15:20. 38. Does God punish us with sickness? No. God healed everyone who came to him. Sickness is a foe, not a friend. 39. Why do we need God's love over human love? Answer. Human love fails, changes, and dies. God's love is a river that never runs dry. And that's the truth because people will switch up on you and you can do everything in the world for them. And at any time, just like that. 40. What if she's done with religion? Answer. Good. Religion is rules. Relationship is what she needs. Jesus hated religious hypocrites too. 41. Does God have a purpose for her bedridden days? Yes. To intercede. Some of the greatest prayers in history came from sick beds. 42. How does faith change her situation? Answer. It doesn't always change the circumstances, but it changes her in the circumstances. 43. What if she can't forgive God? Answer. Then tell him. He already forgave you. He can handle your unforgiveness. And the thing is, right, you're still talking to him. So he's with you. 44. Why does God allow the enemy to attack her mind? Answer. To show that even in the worst mental storm, God's peace is still stronger. Philippians 4:7. 45. What does God say about her future? Answer. I know the plans I have for you, plans for welfare, not evil, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. 46. Why should she trust God when life keeps hurting? Answer. Because God has never broken a promise, ever. This track record is perfect. Well, his track record is perfect. 47. What if she feels like a failure? Answer. You can't fail at being loved. And that's all God asks, to receive his love. 48. Does God see her tears? Yes, and he bottles them. They are precious to him. 49. What is the ultimate reason to keep going? Because you are not done. God's story for you has one more page, and it might be the best one yet. Just think about that. And finally, 50. What do I say to her right now? Answer. Say this. I don't have all the answers, but I know the one who does, and he loves you more than your pain. Stay. Please stay. Final words for you. You are not her savior. God is. But you are his hands and feet. Keep showing up. Keep reminding her that her life is not a mistake. And if she is in immediate danger, call 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline or her local emergency number right now. That is not a lack of faith, it's wisdom. God works through doctors, hotlines, and friends like you. You are doing holy work. Don't stop. When we look at everything we've explored today, three truths stand out. First, God is our creator. He formed you, knows you, and has not forgotten you. Your life has purpose, even when you can't see it. To reject him is to reject the very source of your identity. Second, God is your redeemer. He doesn't just leave us in our brokenness. He steps into it. He heals what he can't heal. He heals what we can't heal. He undoes what we've done to ourselves. He does what we cannot do. Third, God is the provider. He gives what we cannot provide ourselves. Grace for today, hope for tomorrow, and strength for the moment. To the women with MS, to anyone listening who feels like giving up, your story is not over. God sees your tears, collects them, and holds and holds you closer than you know. The pain is real, but it is not a final word. The final word is love, a love that will not let you go. The decision is to stay, to trust, to keep breathing. That is not weakness, that is faith. And that is why we need God. And man, that's deep because, like I tell you, I look at everything for what it is now. For my cab to be late and me to get in that cab with her, and she broke down to me, and I was able to help her through that. That was God's work, you know. And like I said, through adversity comes change. You got to go through it to get to it. And like I told her, this right here, this is the workbook, you know. And if you see anything else without this picture on the back, my picture, it's not mine. And this is the book. This is the book. And the modules are on Gumroad. And, they get even deeper. So my thing is, sis, live. And I hope you're watching or I hope you're listening. Live, man, because God loves you. And like I tell everybody before I close out, nobody told you they love you today. I'm telling you. Y'all have a blessed night. Tech man out. Peace.